broadcasting system, bringing you 60 minutes of major happenings for Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the world. Today is Tuesday, the 24th day of February 2026, and I'm Alexandra. I'm not presenting. So, as we have in the headlines, the Supreme Court mandates Criminal Court C to resume the corruption trial of former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and four others.
The forum featured investment opportunities around 1.5.
Government opens EU Liberia Business Forum in Brussels. Civil Service Agency suspends several employees at Phoebe Hospital for 1 month without pay following days of protests. And away from home, like Ghana's government renames Kotokai International Airport. Also coming up is an ELBC commentary titled "The Dice is Cast." The first consignment of government's yellow machines arrive in the country. These stories, the news bulletin, sports, the news in simple English and French, plus our foreign developments are packaged for you on this edition of Newsline. But first, Grace Towell sets the pace with the news bulletin.
The Supreme Court has mandated Criminal Court C to resume trial proceeding into the economic sabotage case involving former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and four other defendants. Our judicial reporter said the mandate from the High Court was read in open court on Tuesday. In its clarification, the Supreme Court stated that constitutional immunity applies only to the president and does not extend to other government officials. Meanwhile, Liberia's Solicitor General, Councillor Augustine Fire, has expressed excitement over the Supreme Court's mandate, arguing that the trial will proceed swiftly. Criminal Court C Judge Elizabeth Willie has ruled against Gla Hope Foundation, ordering it to produce all operational documents within 1 week. Judge Willie said the rate filed by the asset recovery team was in line with the criminal procedure law, specifically Section 17.3. According to him, the subpoena was not issued on Madame Claudia, former First Lady, but the foundation of third party. During Tuesday's argument, lawyers representing the Plow Foundation claimed that it was self-incriminating to produce evidence against itself. They cited Article 21H of the 1986 Constitution, but the defense team took an exception and announced an appeal to the Supreme Court in its March 10. The European Union Liberia Business Forum is currently taking place in Brussels, Belgium. It has been held under the theme "The Arts in Arrest Invest in Liberia 2026." The forum, according to the government, marks a new step in EU-Liberia economic relations. It said both partners aim to expand trade, attract sustainable investment, and support Liberia's economic reform agenda. The release is quoted as saying the event forms part of Liberia's national investment promotion strategy backed by the European Union. The firm seeks to present investment opportunities valued at over €1 billion. These opportunities, the release said, fall under Liberia's arrest agenda. Priority areas including agriculture, forestry, fisheries, roads and energy infrastructure, trade, tourism, and sanitation. It said these sectors offer clear pathways for job creation, private sector growth, and long-term development. Meanwhile, a two-day event is gathering senior government officials from Liberia and the European Union, European and Liberian investors, and private sector leaders. Others are financial institutions, academic institutions, business support organizations, development partners, and members of the Liberian diaspora. According to a release, the EU-Liberia Business Forum includes plenary sessions, sector-focused decisions, and structured networking meetings. The forum is geared towards generating partnerships and advance concrete investment projects that support the objectives of the EU-Africa Cooperation Framework and the EU Global Gateway Strategy. The forum seeks to promote responsible investment that strengthens economic resilience and mutual growth. At the same time, Buchanan City Mayor George Gebre is part of the Liberian delegation for the EU-Liberia Business Forum in Brussels. Mayor Gebre will be defending a $1.8 million United States EU developmental grant proposal. According to him, the funds, when approved, will tackle several challenges, including fee erosions and road rehabilitation, among others. The Civil Service Agency (CSA) has suspended several employees of PB Hospital for 1 month without pay, following a protest that disrupted operations at the facility. Deputy Information Minister Daniel Sunday disclosed that the action followed a meeting between hospital authorities, the Phoebe Workers Association, and the CSA to address grievances concerning salaries and administrative issues. Mr. Sando said despite the agreement to engage constructively, some workers allegedly blocked access to the hospital and exposed patients' privacy by allowing media personnel into restricted areas. The deputy minister disclosed that the CSA described the action as a violation of civil service spending orders and confirmed that an investigation is underway. Volunteer instructors at Sino County School System have appreciated the government for adding them to central government payroll. According to them, the ministry employed 123 volunteer teachers in the county. They told our correspondent that those who employed by the education ministry have been volunteering for at least 5 years. Our correspondent quotes the instructors as expressing gratitude to the Honduran government for swift intervention in addressing their concerns. Meanwhile, Sino County School System is urging government to keep prioritizing the welfare of teachers across the country. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the Spanish Agency for International Development Cooperation, AECID, have signed 2 agreements. The agreements signed under the ECOWAS AECID Cooperation Program 2025 to 2028 aim to strengthen regional resilience, inclusion, and integration across West Africa. The partnership will prioritize rural development, gender equality and equity, and the empowerment of women and girls, while supporting key sectors in line with ECOWAS Vision 2050. Speaking at the signing ceremony, ECOWAS Commission President Dr. Omar Aliyu Toure described the cooperation as the largest of its kind with any regional economic community in Africa. A remark the director of AECID, Anton Garcia, reaffirmed Spain's long-standing commitment to West Africa, describing the program as a transformative initiative backed by a budget of 16 million euros. Indian Ambassador Manoj Verma is praising the Liberian government for creating an enabling investment climate for Indian businesses to thrive. Ambassador Verma said due to the conducive investment climate, over 15 new Indian businesses have been established to operate in Liberia. According to him, the businesses are not only contributing to Liberia's economic growth and development, but also providing jobs for Liberians. The Indian ambassador was speaking on Monday in Upper Johnsonville, Montserrat County during the inauguration of the Silver Automobile Company One-Stop Shop Service branch. In a related development, the president of the Federation of Motorcycles and Tricycles Union of Liberia, John Kenyon, has lauded the Indian government for empowering Liberians. Mr. Kenyon said Indian businesses are empowering young people through motorcycle and tricycle operations. According to him, the Silver Automobile Company, an Indian business, has made motorcycles and tricycles more accessible and affordable in the country. The Federation of Motorcycles and Tricycles Union president is at the same time appealing to the company to provide road safety training for riders of motorcycles and tricycles to reduce the risk of accidents. Margibi County Superintendent O.J. Morris says 1,000 acres of land have been procured by the county authority for rice and cassava farming. Presenting a 6-month performance report Monday, Superintendent Morris said the effort aims to support government's arrest agenda and create empowerment opportunities for residents. The Margibi County Superintendent disclosed that the county has agreed to direct funds from its budget to agriculture.
We have come to inform you that Honorable leadership have arranged 1,000 acres of land for the people of Gibi District, Mark Gibi County, to embark on a project for Mark Gibi to have a own farm. We want to focus on rice production and cassava production.
The Margibi County Superintendent revealed the construction of cassava factory to ease constraints faced by farmers to process their produce. Superintendent O.J. Morris is at the same time announcing the construction of an agriculture hub in Pakatan. Meanwhile, Superintendent Morris claims he met no operational funds except a little over 97,000 United States dollars intended to pay contractors who were undertaking several county projects. The Margibi County Superintendent report also covered major areas, including education, road connectivity, infrastructure development, sports, peace and reconciliation, as well as health. He outlined several challenges, including lack of capacity building for staff and lack of empowerment for commissioners and paramount chiefs, among others. To address these challenges, the Margibi County Superintendent has appointed a committee to unify the county. Several cities and towns in Lofa are poised to receive stable and affordable electricity. It followed electricity assessment by the Rural and Renewable Energy Agency. The cities include Banjama, Kolba Kolamon, and Foya respectively. Our correspondent said more than 10,000 households, including public facilities, are expected to be connected. Meanwhile, citizens in Lofa County are commending government and partners for the initiatives. Bomi County Commerce Inspector George Upland has disclosed that over 1 million Liberian dollars has been generated through business registration in the county. Mr. Outland said there are 269 registered businesses, highlighting a major increment in revenue generation. According to our correspondent, business owners are said to be cooperating with the Commerce Ministry Inspectorate Division. The president and founder of his church charity, Bishop Trifford Stephen Calkins, has donated assorted relief and educational materials to support vulnerable children and students in Liberia. His church charity is a United Kingdom-based humanitarian organization whose founder has been a longtime friend of President Joseph Boakai. Items donated include shoes, sneakers, slippers, clothing, jerseys, and essential school supplies for underserved communities and students in the public sector. According to a release, donation is part of government's Back to My Classroom initiative, a project aimed at reducing poverty-related barriers to education across the country. The initiative has been implemented by the Ministries of Gender and Education, as well as the project management team to ensure transparency and accountability. Meanwhile, distribution of the donated items has commenced in Riverside, Grand Bassa, and other counties in the targeted 36 schools across Liberia. And the Liberia Revenue Authority says it has collected more than 43.9 million United States dollars in domestic revenue this February. LRA's commissioner manager, that's communications manager, Kaine Singwe, also noted that the entity collected 8 million United States dollars in January. Mr. Singwe told the Super Morning Show Monday that the LRA is making steady progress to achieve the country's 1.2 billion United States dollars. He assured the public of the LRA's commitment to discipline and lawful collection of revenue to support national government development drive.
The news bulletin is a regular feature on the Newsline. Grace will be back with the weather report and the foreign developments later. As you may have heard in the news, the Supreme Court earlier today mandated criminal court C to resume the corruption case involving former Finance Minister Samuel Tuah and 4 others. On the line, we have our judicial reporter, Fabian Queer, who is here to give us the details about this happening. Good afternoon, Fabian.
Good afternoon, Alexandra, and good afternoon to our many listeners.
What specifically did the Supreme Court say in their mandate to criminal court C?
Well, the Supreme Court in its mandate last week mandated the presiding judge Usman Feka to resume jurisdiction over the case involving former Finance Minister Samuel Twer and 4 others who were accused of using 6 million United States dollars and 1 billion Liberian dollars in a corruption case. And now the amendment came from the Supreme Court because it went up there for some